What's up guys, it's your boy Tony the Barber. I just want to say thank you for tuning into my channel. This is my first of many videos. I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave comments, feedback, anything, whatever you guys want to see. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, and if you already have, thank you once again. I appreciate it. So for today's haircut, we're going to be doing a mid-low fade. We're going to start off our guideline at the bottom of the box. We're going to move our way over to the top of the ear. In the back, we're going to go right under the occipital bone. You guys want to make everything nice and clean. These are light taps, guys. These aren't like, you're not just digging your clipper in there. Make sure it's nice taps. You don't want to create a hard line. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and put my number 2 guard on it. Lever open. This is called creating a foundation. I'm going to go ahead and take it right under the parietal ridge area. I didn't always used to cut hair this way. I used to just dive right into the haircut, but I started watching videos and more videos, and I seen that creating the foundation made it easier for me to not go too high on the fade, to keep everything nice and leveled. You want to make sure you're flicking out. Every motion is a flick out. It's all in the wrist. Move the ear out the way. Next, I'm going to start my fade. My fade, I start off with using a 1 guard closed, creating my first guideline. You can stop going over the guideline the moment you stop hearing your clipper cut hair. You can hear it when it cuts hair. You can hear the crunch noise. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and open the lever. Now I'm gonna go ahead and lever play. By lever play, I mean going halfway, closing, opening, as I tend to get rid of that line in the middle of the 1 guard closed and the 1 guard open. Now I'm going to use my 1.5. Again, lever open. Again, flicking. Every motion is a flick. With flicking, I mean creating like a C motion. Just going, flicking up, flicking up. Okay, so now I'm going to be using my Adis shaver to make it nice and bald. I don't go all the way up to that first guideline I have there, just because it'll create a hard line up, like really hard to get out. So I leave a little bit of space and I just go back with my trimmers. After I hit it with the shaver, I go back with my trimmers and hit low spots, detail the work. Get it real nice and close. Now is when the blending comes in. I'll go ahead and use my Wahl Senior. Open, lever, no guard. Making my guideline. I'm going up about, you can say, 1/2 inch. I go up 1/2 inch on fades because I like the stretched out fade. More of like more than one of those tight fades. I like it stretched out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the lever in the middle, and I'm gonna flick at that line only. Now close it all the way back to the middle, flicking at that line again, guys. That line only. Now all the way closed. Now middle. Now all the way closed. Sorry, that's still in the middle there. Now that's all the way closed. Flicking at that line again. Only that line, guys. You don't want to take the fade a little higher because then that will make every step higher. I detail as I fade. I don't wait till the fade is done, complete, and then I detail. I detail as I go. Then my next step will be the one card closed, going up about 1/2 inch. I do this just because I feel like with the 1/16 guard or the half guard, when I use it open, I don't really cut so much. So I first go with the one closed, then I come with the one with the half open, and I go over that same guideline I just created. Cleaning everything up. See you again, halfways. Flick at that line only. Flick at that line only. Close all the way. Flick, flick. If you guys can see there where I'm hitting it right now, it's like a little dip there. You're gonna have to get in there literally so the fade can look right. If not, it'll leave a little dark spot and it'll throw the whole fade off. So now I'm gonna go to my next guideline with the one open. You see how it's blending into the two that I took into there, up to there, sorry. Go ahead and close it all the way. Flicking, flicking. That's the two open. I personally don't go over the two. Once I'm at the two guard, I bring my thinning shears out and I knock that weight off. I got that from a very good barber that I look up to. His name is Gabe. Shout out Gabe. Go ahead and use the two. After that, put the 1.5 guard on it. Flick in the same area. Close now. Guys, always remember to look into the mirror. The mirror is your guys' third eye. You will see things you don't see looking directly at the haircut. Look at the mirror and then turn and look at the mirror, look at the haircut, and then go ahead and keep doing some work. There, the fade is pretty much done. Now you go ahead and look at some spots, like what needs to be worked on. This is where I bring my thinners out, and I go straight up. I do not dig into the shape of his head. As that, I mean curving it. I don't curve it. I don't put the comb out. I just go straight up with it. Look for dark spots. There it is. After this, I'm gonna go ahead and flick at some dark spots, detail it. I always have problems with starting behind his ear. I always have problems with his hair. His hair has like, I don't know, it's like different pattern there. It's pretty weird, but I always try my hardest on every haircut to make it the best. Next, guys, is the lineup. This was the scariest thing learning. I was cutting hair. Lineups, man. Lineups always been huge to me with haircuts. That's what makes the haircut stand out. Nice crisp lines. What I do is I stand right in front of them, work my way to the right. When I first started cutting hair, I remember I never liked lining them up. I was scared. It's about overcoming fear, guys. So on the box, I don't go straight with my trimmer. I go first with my straight razor. I go with my straight razor, but also remember to lay it completely flat down on the skin. If you tilt it anyway, you're most likely cut them. The way I practice on having a soft hand and laying the blade perfectly flat down is with the balloon. I used to fill balloons up and put shaving cream on them, and if I pop the balloon, it's pretty much like cutting somebody. So that's something you can do to practice. Now with the beard, guys, he asked for it to be dark, but he wants it so the hairs won't be sticking out. If that makes any sense. By that I mean laying flat down but still dark. So I go in and put on number 4 on it. I asked him if it's nice and good. He said it's solid. So then I go ahead and put the number 2. This is where my fade will end. I use the bottom of the ear as the way to help me not go lower. Now I go ahead and grab the no guard, open, flick at it. It's a reverse fade, guys. It's the same way of fading up to the hair. It's the same way you're gonna fade down to the beard. Again, now I grab my 1, clean it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and follow that same shape he has there. Not gonna dig in any deeper. Use the shape he has on his beard. You could pull the skin, but just pull a little bit. You don't want to pull too much because it'll make you dig deeper into the shape of the beard. Sorry. Go ahead and comb it out, nice and good. Hit that back line. Be careful too, because sometimes your trimmers could be a little sharp, and behind right there where I'm hitting it at right now can be a little soft spot. Also under the beard can be like real sensitive, so you guys got to be careful. And here we have it, guys. A mid fade with the 6 on top with the 4 on the beard.